Alright, so the movie that got the most votes on Twitter for this week in celebration of Kubo and the Two Strings, which my review of that will be up next. I saw that earlier today. But yeah, the winner of the polls was Coraline. So Coraline is actually my one of my or it's one of my favorite stop motion animated movies, and is about a girl named Coraline, of course, who moves to a kind of how to put it closed off kind of area. It's pretty small, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Um, and she kind of lives in this duplex type thing. This house is divided up, so yeah, it's kind of like a duplex. And she hates it there. It's a dull, gray place, and she can't do anything she wants to do. She doesn't have freedom. She's a kid, of course, so she has a lot of restrictions put on her by her parents, who work a lot, so they can't really hang out with her. And one day she finds actually, it's the first day she's there. She finds like a door that at night she can go through, and it's kind of like a portal to another dimension where this other family of hers, like it's the same. How to put it? It's the same family members. Like they look the same, but they have button eyes and they have completely like opposite personalities. And she loves this. She loves going there. It's nice and colorful. It's fun. She loves her new parents that are part of this world. And one day, her this other mother of hers from this other dimension, might have some sinister plans. Yeah, she's the demon who wants to eat her soul. So, yeah, Coraline, I actually love this movie. It's insanely ballsy for an animated movie. Laika does this a lot, and that's what I really like about this animation studio. They're really ballsy about their movies. This movie is scary. It is very well animated. It has a great story, an original story at that, and it's just a ton of fun. And I love the mystery of it all and the scavenger hunt part of it. It's a very fun movie. Dakota Fanning is very good as Coraline. Yeah, all the voice acting all around is great. I love how it's this dull, gray kind of palette in the real world, but then she goes to this other worldly place, and it looks really cool. Like it's all colorful and it's fun. I don't know. It's really cool. I'm looking at my notes if you want to know what I'm looking at. And the suspense surrounding this portal and throughout the movie, as she goes there for the first couple times. Uh, this is gonna have spoilers, by the way. I should have mentioned that. She meets this kid named Wybie, who has a grandma whose sister went missing when they were kids, and there's this cool mystery surrounding that, and it builds a suspense about this portal and these people in this other dimension and these ghostly children she finds later on in the movie that have been how to put that have fallen for this woman's tricks. I'm gonna explain. I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but I had to put some spoilers in this movie or in this review to talk about this movie the way I want to. But yeah, there's this cool mystery surrounding it, and towards the end of the movie, where this whole climax is being built up, and you get all the suspense, it's really it has a great payoff. I loved it, and I love this. As I said, it's really scary. It's actually kind of it's more frightening than a lot of horror movies I've seen. It's actually kind of freaky for a kids movie at least, and it has this really cool almost scavenger hunt like thing I mentioned earlier, where she has to find the eyes of these ghost children so that she can free their souls from captivity. Uh, and that's really cool. Uh, so yeah, my only problems with this movie is that in the beginning it's not the most well paced movie, at least for the first like say 20 minutes or so. And aside from that, I don't know how to put it, but the whole final act, I really like the final act. My biggest problem with that is this whole thing where their parents going missing, and I understand why it's there, and it's there to have kind of like a lesson for her. But I didn't. I get that it's a motivation for her to go back, but I mean, I don't know. It was too cliche for me. I don't know. They always in these or not these kind of stories because it's a very original story, but it happens a lot where they'll take someone they love so they have motivation to pull them back in. I wanted them to do something a little different to get her back in to the portal, the other dimension, to suck her back in. If that makes sense to you. But aside from that, those are like minor nitpicks. I had a great time with Coraline when I rented it back in 2009 when it came out. I have fond memories of watching this. And I already watched it again yesterday for this review. It's a great time, and I'm gonna give Coraline an A minus. I almost went to an A, but I couldn't quite get it there because of those minor nitpicks I have. But aside from that, this is a great movie. It's a great stop motion movie. It's very scary. It's very entertaining, and it's just overall a great time. So that's my review of Coraline. So next review will be for Kubo and the Two Strings. So that's my review for Coraline. So